Labour declares strike over new minimum wage electricity tariff hike. Heavy security as Sanusi Bayero observed Jum'at prayers at separate palaces. Military confirms killing of 5 soldiers by IPOB ESN terrorists as Abia government places 25 million naira bounty. And on the international scene, Zambia's ex-First Lady arrested for money laundering. A very good evening and welcome to the News Hour on Trust TV. I'm Sagir Ibrahim. The Nigerian Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress have declared a nationwide strike beginning from Monday, June 3rd, 2024, over the tripartite committee's inability to agree on a new minimum wage and hike in electricity tariff. The president of the TUC, Festus Osifo, announced the strike at a joint news conference with the leadership of the NLC in Abuja on Friday. Here's the report.
According to the Labour leaders, the decision follows the expiration of an earlier request to the federal government to conclude all negotiations for a new minimum wage before the end of May. The organised Labour had once pulled out of the negotiation and rejected 2 federal government offers, the latest being 60,000 naira. They're insisting on 497,000 naira as minimum wage.
We are hereby declaring the commencement of a nationwide industrial action, a nationwide strike, effective from Monday, June 3rd, 2024. And this strike shall be indefinite. And this strike shall be on until we have a new national minimum wage, until government is serious and also the tariff increment in electricity is reversed. We are united on this. We believe that this is the way forward. We believe this is the time, as we have done over the years, to consistently stand with the working class of Nigeria.
Since the removal of the fuel subsidy and the floating of the naira, the cost of living in Nigeria has reached new highs, heightening calls for a new minimum wage. In the wake of the development, Labour leaders have reeled out several measures, including a new minimum wage, alternative modes of transportation, and others to cushion the impact of the subsidy removal.
Muhammadu Sanusi II was joined by thousands of Kano residents to observe his first Jumu'at prayer at the mosque since his reinstatement. The Emir emphasized the importance of unwavering faith in God's will, urging followers to accept divine decisions without question. Addressing congregants, Emir Sanusi highlighted the significance of belief in God's omnipotence, especially as the Islamic calendar approaches Zulhijjah, a month known for its spiritual benefits. Speaking after the prayer, the Deputy Chief Imam of Kano Central Mosque, Dalhatu Sorun Inki, urged Muslims to adhere to belief in destiny as emphasized in the Emir's sermon.
So this sermon focused on the importance of patience and perseverance. He talked about the belief in destiny, that is Qadara, as one of the articles of faith, that a Muslim has to believe in destiny, whether good or bad. So if you believe in destiny, you are going to be rewarded for that. And if you didn't believe in destiny, it means you are not a complete Muslim.
And similarly, the 15th Emir of Kano, Aminu Ado Bayero, on Friday observed the Jumu'at prayer within the mini palace in Nasarawa area of the city, where he has been residing for nearly a week since after the Kano state government announced his dethronement last week Thursday. On Friday, there were reports that he would be at the Jumu'at Mosque where Emir Muhammadu Sanusi II was expected to lead prayer, a development that heightened tension in the emirate on Friday. However, the State Police Command dismissed the report as Bayero opted to observe the 2 rakat prayer in the mosque located within the mini palace. Still in Kano, an Upper Sharia court on Friday fixed July 4th for hearing in the ongoing trial of Shafiu Abubakar, 38, who allegedly set a mosque on fire and killing 14 people. The number of dead from the The incident has risen to 21. The defendant, who lives at Garden Village in Gezawa local government area of Kano, is standing trial on 3-count charge bordering on mischief by fire, causing grievous harm, and culpable homicide. The Prosecution Counsel, Director, Public Prosecution, Kano State Ministry of Justice, Mr. Salisu Tahir, told the court that they have received a copy of the case diary from the police. The offences are said to have contravened the provision of Section 336, 247 and 221 of Kano State Sharia Penal Code law. The defendant pleaded guilty to all the 3-count charge. The presiding judge, Malam Halatu Huzai Zakaria, ordered the prosecution counsel to furnish the defense counsel with all the particulars of the case. He ordered the remand of the defendant in a correctional center and adjourned the matter until July 4th for hearing. An Operation Safe Haven, a special task force maintaining peace in Plateau and some parts of Bauchi and Kaduna states on Friday, declared 11 persons wanted for alleged involvement in various attacks and killings, especially in Barkin-Ladi, Bassa, Bokos and Riom local government areas of the state. Operation Safe Haven said that they are wanted for questioning for alleged complicity in attacks at different locations in the state. Trust TV's Ado Musa brings details.
The Deputy Commander of Operation Safe Haven, Deputy Commissioner of Police, Terezengo Eyao, disclosed this at a press briefing held at the OPSH headquarters in Jos, the Plateau State capital. While declaring the persons wanted, the Deputy Commander also said the command will make every effort to ensure all the perpetrators of the dastardly act are brought to justice.
For those here at large, over time we exploited the use of technology to conduct forensic examination. We reveal their identities. Consequently, the foreign persons are wanted for questioning for their complicity in attacks at different locations in Plateau State. Mahamadu MP from Bokos with phone contact number 0911482740 I take it again. 0911482740 Mohammed alias Mopo with phone number 091268691112. I take it again. 091268691112. Rabiu Ibrahim Yelwa Gashi, Ngal Village. Buba Sobo from Tanti. Selfos Inu Sagani from Zongom. Nahaska Bodere from Tanti. Dudi Mohammed from Yamusa Bango Hamlet in Machamba Village. Habu Mohammed from Yamusa Bango Hamlet in Machamba Village. Jafaru Matakara from Yamusa Bango Hamlet in Machamba Village. Asa Waji from Yamusa Bango Hamlet in Machamba Village. Sanusu Dafor from Bokos local government area.
The command promises to give a cash award to anyone who provides relevant information about the suspect's whereabouts.
A handsome reward awaits any person or group of persons who provides useful information leading to arrest of any of the wanted suspects. Let me also see this opportunity to reiterate that the security agencies will not leave any stone unturned in its quest to bring perpetrators of violence to face justice in line with the extant laws. We therefore urge the public to continue to corroborate and advise security agencies with credible information that will aid in securing law-abiding citizens in Plateau State and environs.
Plateau State has suffered from various ethno-religious conflicts which have led to loss of lives and properties, and security agencies say they have been doing their best to restore peace in the state. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
And the military says it has confirmed an attack on its troops by the terrorists of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB and its armed wing, the Eastern Security Network, in Abia State on Thursday, killing 5 personnel. A statement by the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, said the attack took place at Obikabia Junction checkpoint in Obingwa local government areas adjoining Aba Metropolis, where troops of Operation Udoka were deployed to enforce peace in the area and protect the citizens. He said the terrorists who attacked the troops in the surprise assault came in 3 tinted Toyota Prado SUVs and others from built-up areas surrounding the checkpoint. The military also confirmed that 6 civilians were killed in the crossfire that ensued between the terrorists and the troops. According to Major General Buba, investigations are ongoing concerning the attack. The military also promised to retaliate the attack on its troops, vowing that the response would be brutal. The IPOB ESN terrorists launched the attack on the soldiers while enforcing a sit-at-home order across the southeast. And the Abia State government has placed a 25 million naira bounty on the killers of 5 soldiers in the Abba area of the state and also condoled with the Chief of Army Staff, Taoreed Lagbaja, over the incident. A statement by the State Commissioner for Information and Culture, OK Kanu, said the security formations in the state have been directed to treat informants with all the confidentiality required to guarantee their full cooperation and assistance until the criminals are fully apprehended and brought to book. Gunmen on Thursday stormed the military unit at Obikabia Junction, Ogbo Hill area, and also burned the unit as well as a patrol van parked in the unit. Some soldiers were alleged to have escaped the attack by the gunmen. A day after the incident, the state government described it as unfortunate and prayed for the repose of the souls of the gallant soldiers who died on active duty. And on the cost of living in Nigeria, Maiduguri residents are lamenting over the high cost of vegetables, tomatoes, onions, and other cooking ingredients in the state. A market survey conducted by Trust TV in the Maiduguri metropolis indicated an increase of almost 50% across all commodities. Take a look.
Maiduguri market is one of the major markets in Borno state. Today, there are few people in market to patronize traders. This is attributed to the increase in prices of food commodities. For instance, a bag of onions which formerly goes for 8,000 naira now sells at 33,000 naira, while a basket of tomatoes which was 20,000 naira previously now sold for 70,000 naira.
I don't get much customers. I'm just managing. Onions is very expensive because of lack of rainfall and the high cost of transporting it as a result of hiked fuel price. Sometimes I sell a bag. Some days I find it difficult to sell half bag. Prices have increased significantly. A basket of pepper used to cost 40,000 naira, but today it costs 80,000 naira. Customers are expressing severe complaints. Perhaps the government will take action.
Helen Jonah, a regular customer of Maiduguri Monday Market, and others like her, said the high cost of foodstuffs has become a major challenge for households.
Bitter leaf, I buy this in chocolate of this chorus. Before we buy this chorus, 200, 150. Now it's 500, 1,000. This small carrots, I buy stockfish. Now before they buy 500, now it's 1,500. Everything has cost. Egusi they buy them before. This cup 250. Now they tell 400, 350. Everything has cost. If one would want to do something about this. Everybody that suffer for this Maiduguri. Not be only Maiduguri, all the Nigerian people that suffer. Even our sister, they're selling timber now. They will say from Onisha to bring something for here is very cost. Transport.
Tatashe, we used to buy tatashe 100 naira on plenty, but 100 or naira on now is 2. Can't you see the one I'm buying now for 300? I'm telling him that it's too cost, I will not buy again. We the poor are suffering. If you enter market, what you used to buy for 500, you will buy it now 1,500, 2,000. Tomatoes, before we used to buy 700, now it's 1,001. So as you can see the difference is there.
People don't have money. Even if they have money now, they'll go and look down to eat, what they eat. So they will not spend their money for this thing that is not primary needs. Government cannot do anything about it. Government cannot do anything about it, we know.
Before we sell ugu for 15 naira, somebody need, you can help 100 naira. But now you cannot even give somebody 100 naira ugu because one, the ugu is cost and the transportation is even eating the gain that you're supposed to have.
The prices of foodstuffs has remained on the upward trajectory since fuel subsidy was removed in May last year. Bitrus Kuruti, Trust TV News, Maiduguri.
And to other stories now, traders in Pansia Market in Yanogwa staged a protest to draw attention to the displeasure over the alleged killing of one Binalayefa Asiaye by a trigger-happy police officer in Azikoro town some nights back. Trust TV's Friday, Ebimobwe Peter completes the report.
The protesters said the deceased was a trader at the Pansia market and was running nightcap services to support his family before he was killed by the policeman over a 100 naira argument, which has left his family and the little children he left behind devastated. They demanded justice for the deceased and called on government to come to the aid of the family.
For this thing will happen, it's not good. All of both of us now human being. Police kill down, police kill this one. You are not a foul. You are also a human being. Now government send them down. Now see government go still caution them. No be 100 naira now be the matter. The 100 naira now 100 naira they go use to feed the family now. The family dey there now they cry. So at least let them find way.
Why would they protest our young brother when they say for this market? After he not close for this partial market, say may he go hustle with the motor, may he feed the family. Let me say police stop him. As in they drive, they drop passenger, and I police to work, just drive, reach where he did, carry gun, shoot him for shares. As he shoot himself, the person never die. Instead of them to rush her, they watch the boy till the boy bleed die. So we need justice.
It's a man go out to someone now to add money for children's school fees and to pay house rent, pay shared money. So as they go to the wife come back now, the police meet her for road, stop him. Because of 100, they give her 100 naira. The man say, "You don't drive well, but you never want to yet to pay." When I want to give her, now policeman shoot him, I shoot him. The man died. They don't even get to rush and say that means the police shoot him.
Meanwhile, the Bayelsa State Governor, Senator Doyoduri, has said that government is not resting on its oars to make sure that the slain Blalayefa Asiaye gets the justice he deserves. Governor Duri stated this on Thursday during his remarks at the State Security Council meeting in Government House, Yenagua. The Chief Security Officer of the state pleaded with the protesters to remain calm and go about their lawful duties as the officer involved has been arrested and if found guilty will be dealt with according to the law.
We are aware that an unfortunate incident happened on the 27th of May, precisely, leading to the death of a youth. And the name of that victim who was killed is Binalayefa Asiaye. Aya is from Ayakurama in the Keremon local government area. The state is following up because we also don't want our youths to just be brought down like that.
Briefing journalists after the Security Council meeting, the Commissioner of Police, Bayelsa Command, distanced the police from the killing of the man, noting that the officer acted on his own.
We've taken ownership of the guilt. What has happened? There's no way we justify such an untoward act. It's an isolated incident, but abuse of power, if noted, it will be curtailed. We're not on here by ourselves. We must police you with your approval. We wear uniform. It will make us a god over you. And that's why there's accountability.
The protesters carried placards with different inscriptions like "We want justice for Binalayefa Asiaye," among others. From Yanagwa, Friday, Ebimobowe Peter, Trust TV News, Yanagwa.
And suspected murder of 6 corps members and a policewoman on duty during post-election violence in 2011 has been arrested by the police command operatives in Bauchi State. State Commissioner of Police Awal Musa Mohammed stated this while parading the suspect and others before journalists in the state. Trust TV's Adamu Imam completes the report.
The suspected masterminder Kabiru Musa aka Dawa is said to be a hardened criminal that had for many years terrorizing people of Gyade community in Bauchi State.
The above-mentioned co-members, may their soul rest in peace, tried to take to their heels, while the said suspected killer Dawa, alongside his syndicate, ran in pursuit of the co-members to their various locations of refuge and gruesomely murdered them, one after the other. The syndicate also attacked and broke into shops of traders and carted away valuables, further causing a breakdown of law and order.
An eyewitness from the community who was at the police headquarters confirmed that Kabir Musa was the person who led the mob action that led to the gruesome murder of the co-members, including policewoman, after setting police division on fire.
The suspect set the police station ablaze. The whole environment got burnt that time, and the co-members ran outside the police station to hide, and they were overpowered and killed by the suspected syndicate group. Culprits always denied their actions.
While fielding questions from journalists, the suspect denied participation in the heinous act, though he confirmed he was in Gyade during the crisis, but did not go near the scene of the crime.
I swear, we didn't do anything in regards to the killings of 6 core members, 2011 in Bauchi. We heard about the crisis, but we are not among them. I'm not involved, honestly.
And we beat him, we torture him and cost the state.
So what is the truth of the matter?
The truth of the matter is that only God can tell.
The Commissioner of Police added that after a manhunt for a decade, the suspects were arrested and the investigation is still ongoing. They will be charged to court after findings of the investigation. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
Nigerians have been called to unite and restore the lost glory of peace gained during and after attaining independence by the heroes and founding fathers. The call was made in Kaduna at a lecture to strengthen unity through diversity for the progress and the development of the nation. Take a look.
Nigeria is a country with more than 200 ethnic groups. Since the attainment of independence to date, the country has experienced multitude challenges ranging from communal, ethno-religious, and political crises. It is the belief of the leaders in this lecture that harnessing the diversities of Nigeria will no doubt promote unity in the country.
It is when we come together, the spirit of oneness, hospitality, resilience, and innovativeness. As you are aware, Kaduna is the most diverse state in the whole of Nigeria.
Our religion must not be a dividing factor to us, my fellow Nigerians. The fact that I am from the north central wing of the 19 states we share, everybody in this room is my brother and my sister. There should be our power and our strength, and it must be a unifying knot, what holds all of us together. When we recognize and appreciate and accept this fact, then there will be no them or us. We become all one.
In his address, Chief B.C. Akande says Nigeria has come a long way as a nation and therefore must begin to enjoy the dividend of independent nation.
Towards the last election, the prophecy was big that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will not become the APC candidate. He did become. Religious clerics of one belief and the other became sleepless for him not to win the presidential election. One Nigeria is a major part of what we are now celebrating today. I am therefore particularly convinced that Nigeria will forever continue to be sustained as a more peaceful, more developed, more progressive, and more prosperous country.
The representative of the Chief of Defense Staff, Brigadier General Akin Ojo, emphasized the commitment of the service chiefs to maintain a one united Nigeria.
Approach to even the tactics, techniques, and procedures for fighting counterinsurgency warfare, fighting insecurity have been totally overhauled. So we see more collaboration with other paramilitary agencies. We see more cooperation even with ministries, departments, and agencies in what we call integrated operations. And that's because the right people have been put in place.
The lecture is aimed at promoting unity among the diverse groups in Nigeria, especially in the north, where many ethno-religious and political crises were recorded in the past. Bello Musa, Trust TV News, Kaduna.
Now, there is a new frenzy in town. You might have noticed people tapping their phone screens recently in hopes of mining cryptocurrency, which according to this new trend will translate to monies in their banks. Tap to earn cryptocurrencies incorporate gaming elements into the mining process, making it more engaging and accessible to a broader audience. Dorcas Yakubu tells us more about this new phenomenon sweeping across the country.
The cryptocurrency app TapSwap has surged in popularity, with many Nigerians eager to capitalize on the trend. The platform engages users through game-like mechanics such as tapping and referral incentives to distribute tokens. Viral videos have highlighted alarming instances of individuals, both young and old, obsessively tapping on their phones. While this raises concerns, some Nigerians remain optimistic about the potential benefits of the cryptocurrency, whereas others are skeptical about its value.
You know, like the common man believes that in every opportunity where he or she sees free money, you always want to go into that. And going from the previous antecedents, like how the North coin paid and the other coins, how they have paid before now, it's assumed that, or it is believed that subsequently, once the TapSwap is being launched, it's going to pay also.
No, it's not a scam. It's a look. If you meant to get rich, then it can give you money. So we don't know. We are doing it. Probably, we don't know what is going to happen. So, but I believe we will make it.
I believe in it because the previous one, which is Notcoin, that they launched it, a lot of my friends or colleagues have earned huge amount of money. Some earn like 300,000, some 100,000, some 80,000. It depends on how you dedicate yourself and work towards it. Some are seeing us as mad people. We don't have something doing. So actually, it's not like that.
So normally, if you see something occurring like this, you always term it to be a scam, actually. So I couldn't consider it as a true investment that a youth can devote their time into. It's because who are the beneficiaries? How many numbers of people are getting income out of it per minute, per day, weekly? I don't know. Nobody. I can't even track someone that benefit from that person. So to me, actually, it's a scam.
Why I don't want to do it is because I know for sure that it will just waste my time. Because I've heard that people abandon their jobs and be tapping their phone, and I can just imagine. I mean, I have better things to do with my time other than tapping my phone.
Although TapSwap provides an accessible entry point in cryptocurrency mining, experts have raised concerns about the transparency and sustainability of the model.
We don't know their intent, right? So you can download it and it can be a Trojan horse, it can be a malware that affects you. It can have a keylogger that can even take whatever you're logging in from your password to your username on other platform and sending it to another person to make use of it. So
you are exposing yourself to a lot of cyber crimes because losing your password, losing your identity, and someone having it can actually implicate you at the end of the day. So TapSwap is just a platform, right, that we have seen people tapping. But at the end of the day, these people are not regulated in Nigeria. We don't know who actually is behind it and what their intent are. And at the end of the day, we're having millions of Nigerians tapping their phone, registering on the platforms and exposing that. So anything can happen. At the end of the day, you might not even get money from the tax shop, but at the end of the day, we have lost a lot of user data to such platform, and it's really worrisome because we might not see the effect now. Most of these people might not see the effect, but I'm telling you, in 1 or 2 years, some of them, the same wallet they are using for this tax swap, they might use it to buy another project or buy their USD. We never can see, maybe we might use it to even buy Naira tomorrow. And after 2 years, these same people that have used this platform might start losing their money, and they wonder from where this is coming from, right? But you have forgotten that you have used your wallet to register on one platform, and the person didn't act on it. He left after 2 years when you have started saving good money on that wallet. Then he can come and attack you. So those are the privacy issues that we are going to lose. Our identity are exposed. Our security that has to do with our financials are exposed. And at the end of the day, what you are even building, you might lose it in 1 day after 2, 3, 4 years of working so hard on it.
While platforms like TapSwap offer an intriguing way to earn cryptocurrency with minimal effort, it is essential to approach them with caution. The potential risks, including low earnings, scams, privacy concerns, and security threats, must be carefully considered. Always remember, in the world of cryptocurrency, vigilance and informed decision-making are your best defenses against fraud and loss. Sometimes, when things appear too good to be true, it is because they are too good to be true. Dorcas Yakubu, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Thank you, Dorcas. Sometimes, if things appear to look too good to be true, it definitely might be too good to be true. Residents of Osogbo, capital of Osun State, are groaning in pains as contractor handling the ongoing road construction in some parts of the city blocked major roads. The residents lamented that this has disrupted economic activities in the affected areas and subjected people to difficulties. Trust TV's Hamid Oyegbade files the report.
The road between Alekuwodo and Okefia in Osogbo was blocked to enable the construction of a flyover bridge and the access. Also, the Lameko roundabout was blocked for another flyover bridge along Agumbelewo area. Since then, business owners in the area could not continue with their economic activities.
It could have been better to have done this in stages, rather than blocking a lot of parts and roads, such as to make it very difficult for people to access. Okefia that is actually a big center of the city. So I don't know why we're doing this for ourselves in a country like this, because I've been to other nations, and when they do their thing, it's quite different. They take into consideration other road users.
Many of us that have our businesses and enterprise in this region, we are not finding it easy at all. We are not finding it easy at all. We have to park our cars at very long distance from where we are actually from where our businesses and enterprises are. So we want to encourage the government to please speed up the project.
Governor Ademola Adeleke's spokesperson, Rashid Olawale, said the governor is aware of the situation and pleaded with residents to endure it.
The appeal of Mr. Governor to our people is that they should kindly endure. It's just for some few times, and the ministry is also working to create alternative channels so that the congestion and the hardship being faced by our people will be largely minimized. But overall, you see, the pain of putting up infra upgrade, every society normally experiences it.
The residents pleaded with the governor to ensure that the projects are completed without delay. Hamid Oyegbade, Trust TV News, Osogbo.
Watching the news hour on Trust TV. More news after the break. Welcome back. It's still the news hour on Trust TV. Now, nutritionists and dietitians in Bauchi State have advocated for frequent awareness in using locally made micronutrient food supplements for prevention of malnourishment among children between the ages of 6 to 24 months in the Northeast region. He made the assertion while talking to members of the media on preventive measures at the Tafawa Balewa University Teaching Hospital in Bauchi. Trust TV's Adamu Imam brings details.
Recent UNICEF reports on multidimensional poverty and other relevant surveys indicated that significant figures of Nigerian children are battling with acute malnutrition as a result of one reason or the other. Against this background, health experts say government should focus on preventing malnutrition using local nutritious food as palliatives to many families towards fighting the menace.
Maybe you find that you cannot just be given small spaghetti are given. Some of them I just will call them junks. This spaghetti or all these things. We need this fresh, our local fresh food. That's what we need. Not all this candy or whatever spaghetti and all these products. They didn't need it. Are you getting me? Let them give them this our fresh local available food.
He also advised parents to know that fighting malnutrition doesn't require excessive spending.
What we mean by supplementing, you supplement something that is lacking in that you are preparing in terms of nutrient. That you add this and this one, like this soya, granite, corn, and all this thing. So you start mixing them, you start giving child gradually. By the time it reaches 8 to 9 months, he'll be accustomed to family diet. She take everything.
Lactating mothers shared experiences with the media in Kalrugo community, Kaltungolo, Kalgamen area of Gombe State recently on how they process the local macronutrient diet for their babies and to improve their children's well-being.
How to food for the children whom after their 6 months breastfeeding, if they reach 6 months, the type of food that we'll give for them, the type of food that they will eat, because they will give them energy and strong.
Porridge for them. Myself, I used to eat it because I'm having high pressure, and I learned that it contains 100% of vitamin A. That's why I put myself to see that I'm rich, and I also to help my family.
Philomena Irene is a nutrition specialist with United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. She said, for healthy growth and development, children need to consume foods from at least 5 out of the 8 recommended food groups.
While we promote exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months of life, we also encourage mothers to continue breastfeeding from 6 months to 2 years and also add complementary food. In Kalurigo PSC here, you will see the different kind of complementary food that we have been promoting, that is made up of available locally affordable foods that is homegrown by the mothers here in Kalurigo.
She urged Nigerian government at all levels to prioritize Child Nutrition Fund, a new mechanism designed to accelerate the scale-up of policies to end child stunting growth. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
And in business, the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, the AEDC, has threatened to disconnect customers who fail to pay their outstanding bills latest by June 3, 2024. The threat is contained in a statement issued by the company on Friday. According to the statement signed by the acting managing director and chief executive officer of the DISCO, Victor Ojelabi warned customers to either pay or risk getting disconnected from power supply. The utility firm emphasized the importance of adhering to payment deadlines to ensure efficient and reliable service. Also, the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, on Friday announced the temporary suspension of the controversial $300 helicopter landing fee. The decision came after the Airline Operators of Nigeria rejected the fee, insisting that it was commercially injurious. A statement by the spokesman of the Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Odutayo Oluseyi, said A committee has been charged to look into the issues raised by concerned stakeholders and submit a report before the end of June. And for more on business, let's now join Yusuf Akogo.
Welcome to Business News. I am Yusuf Akogo. The federal government has secured a $500 million World Bank loan to enhance power distribution in the electricity sector following last month's tariff increase for top consumers across the country. The Bureau of Public Enterprise announced on Thursday that the World Bank approved the loan in 2021. The loan was included in the government borrowing plan this month after achieving certain milestones. The concessionary loan is intended to enhance the financial and technical performance of distribution companies which have struggled to increase capacity over a decade after Nigeria privatized its electricity sector. Nigerian government is said to add 480,000 barrels to its daily crude oil output as the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and ExxonMobil took a step toward resolving the disagreement surrounding the sale of the latest asset to Seplat Energy. On Thursday, NNPC confirmed it has signed a settlement agreement with ExxonMobil's company in Nigeria over the proposed divestment of 100% interest in Mobil Producing Nigeria Unlimited to Seplat Energy Offshore Limited. This is coming barely 2 days after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu announced his intervention in the issue between NNPCL and ExxonMobil, hindering the sales of the asset to Seplat. Bullish sentiment is gradually returning to the equity segment of NGS as foreign investors make cautious entrance back into the market. Let's see how the stock prices went down today. The gaining equities for today are UPDC, Nigerian PLC, gaining 9.84% to close at ₦1.34 per share. RT Briscoe also up there 9.09% to close at 48 kobo per share. Of course, Owando PLC up 8.26% to close at ₦11.80 per share. Of course, this has pushed up the market up marginally by 0.03%. Volume of trade 383.944 million shares, value at 8.094 billion naira in a days of 8,299 lead exchanges among investors today. Of course, the top trading equities leading the table there is Zenith Bank of Nigeria PLC 111.065 million shares traded. ICO, an insurance company, 59.113 million shares. Of course, Access Corporation 43.367 million shares traded as well. Some equities also ended on the losing side of the market. Leading that table is CI Leasing down 10% to close at ₦2.97 per share. Livestock Feed down as well 6.78%, ₦1.65 the share price close. Of course, LLX also down 5.36% to close at ₦3 per share the close of business this Friday. That's the highlight of stock trading as it went down this Friday on the floor of NGS. Let's see the global stock market and exchange rate data for today. Crude oil prices extended a 2-day decline into the last trading day of the week, pressured by Fed comment on the rate cut and the future market swinging into contango for the first time since the start of the year, suggesting oversupply. At the London market, Brent crude sells for $81 per barrel. For the OPEC basket, price steadies at $84 per barrel. And that's business. I am Yusuf Akogo.
Thank you, Yusuf. And away from Nigeria, Zambia's former First Lady has been arrested on money laundering charges, her lawyer said on Friday. That the arrest came days after her husband claimed he was being targeted as part of a political vendetta. 66-year-old Esther Lungu was held Thursday evening alongside her 2 daughters after being quizzed for hours about properties the family holds in the capital, Lusaka. He said the properties, a block of flats in Lusaka's high-end New Kasama district, were built by Lungu's husband, former President Edgar Lungu. Zambia's anti-drug agency said the one-time First Lady who failed to give a reasonable explanation of how she acquired the flats, which had a construction cost of 41 million kwacha. And former U.S. President Donald Trump has vowed on Friday to appeal his criminal conviction for falsifying business records, saying that his legal team had several grounds to challenge the verdict handed down by a New York jury. Trump also railed against his criminal conviction, calling his New York trial very unfair, while faulting the process as politicized and vowing to appeal. He vowed to challenge his conviction on 34 counts of falsifying business records.
Appealing this scam, we're going to be appealing it on many different things. He wouldn't allow us to have witnesses. He wouldn't allow us to talk. He wouldn't allow us to do anything. The judge was a tyrant. But we had the best expert, most respected expert, head of the Federal Elections Commission. He was all set to testify. He was waiting for 2 days. And when it was his turn, Bragg's people protested. And the judge knocked him out, said, you can't testify. He actually said you can't testify for anything having to do with the trial. You can say what the federal elections is. Well, that doesn't help. Everybody knows that. But you can't testify. So essentially, he wasn't able to testify. Other people weren't able to testify. But with these people, they were able to use people salacious. By the way, and nothing ever happened.
And on sport news, we have Emmanuel Fashimi standing by.
Nigeria Under-20 women's football team, the Falconets, will know their group opponents for the 2025 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup next Wednesday. The Falconets are one of the teams that have appeared in every edition of the competition since the competition started in 2022. The draws for the 2025 edition will be held in Bogota, Colombia on Wednesday, June 5th, 2024. The 24 qualified teams will be divided into 6 groups of 4 teams, each for the final competitions. At the end of the African qualifiers, Falconets secured a place in the tournament alongside Ghana, Cameroon and Morocco. The FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup will kick off in Colombia from Saturday, August 31st to Sunday, September 22nd, 2024. Nigerian boxer Zainab Adesina moves closer to qualifying for the 2024 Paris Olympic Games at the second World Qualification Series in Bangkok, Thailand. Zainab put up a flawless performance to outclass Liberian Grace Fambule via unanimous decision 5-0 points to make the round of 16. Patricia Mbata, on the other hand, will face Brazil's Viviane Pereira in the women's 50 kg round of 16 on Saturday, 1st June 2024. Qualification for the semi-finals will end the remaining Nigerian pugilist slots in the women's 2024 Olympic boxing tournament in Paris, France. The boxing road to Paris 2024 Olympic qualifying in Thailand concludes on June 2nd, 2024. And that is sports. I am Emmanuel Fashimi.
And that wraps up the news hour on Trust TV. Do not forget to follow us across all of our social platforms and catch our live stream on YouTube for more news programs and documentaries. My name is Sagir Ibrahim, and on behalf of the crew, have a good night.